From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Justice for Shireen.
Justice for Shireen.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Justice for Shireen.
Justice for Shireen.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Justice for Shireen.
Justice for Shireen.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
New York.
Welcome to the vigil and memorial of Shireen Abu Akleh, a renowned Palestinian journalist who was murdered in cold blood by the Israeli state, shot in the head, right below her helmet, while wearing a clearly marked press vest. But we know they never cared. Just like they killed Yasser Murtaja in the Great March of Return, another Palestinian journalist. Just like they've killed over 50 Palestinian journalists in the last 20 years alone. Just like they killed the people of Jenin, that Shireen Abu Akleh was there to cover in the first place. The colonizer, the Israeli Zionist colonizer, knows no bounds. They squat on our land and kill our people because they have nothing less than complete genocide and annihilation planned for the Palestinian people. Why else would they kill our journalists? Why else would they kill our press? Why else are they making million-dollar deals with social media companies to repress and cover the murders that they are caught doing on camera every single day? This is the reality that Palestinians live under. And Shireen Abu Akleh spent her entire life covering this, making this truth known to the world. And this is why the Zionist state declared her an enemy. In their materials, they say that Palestinians are armed with cameras because they know that the war that they're trying to fight, aside from genociding Palestinians and colonizing our country, is also a public relations war. And this is why so many people in the US and around the world continue to be brainwashed. But particularly in the US, when we have liberal mainstream media who refuse to even report that she was killed by the Zionist army. No, they say Shireen Abu Akleh died, as if it was a mysterious thing that we don't know how it happened, or as if it happened by natural causes. They refuse to even utter the truth of what they're covering, that she was killed. They are afraid to put that in their headlines and tweets. They refuse to even give her that in death. And of course, after they committed this senseless murder of Shireen Abu Akleh, they attacked her casket in cold blood. And if you've seen the horrifying videos of them beating Palestinians and the pallbearers who were holding the casket up until they could not hold it and others had to take their place. This showcases the daily barbarity that Palestinians have to face. Many of you are here because you've heard about Shireen Abu Akleh because she's a journalist, and we've been hearing her voice ring through Al-Jazeera in our homes from when we were kids. But how many Palestinians does this happen to every single day? The very Palestinians that Shireen Abu Akleh was covering, that we don't get this much attention or support for. So in order to truly honor Shireen Abu Akleh, aside from coming today, putting on this vigil with her, carrying her name and saying her name throughout the streets, the best way that we can memorialize her and hold up her name is to also cover the atrocities that Palestinians face at the hands of Israeli settler colonialism every single day, because that is what she dedicated her life to. So while we are here to declare justice for Shireen, from New York to Jenin, and this is a chant I want you all to remember that we are going to say out loud during the rally, but you know what? Let's say it now so everyone who's around us can know what we're here for. Justice for Shireen!
Justice for Shireen!
From New York to Jenin!
From New York to Jenin!
Louder, I want everyone on the street to know exactly why we're here. Justice for Shireen!
Justice for Shireen!
From New York to Jenin!
From New York to Jenin!
Justice for Shireen!
Justice for Shireen!
From New York to Jenin!
From New York to Jenin!
Justice for Shireen!
Justice for Shireen!
From New York to Jenin!
From New York to Jenin!
While we are here to declare justice for Shireen, we are also here to declare justice for all our Palestinian martyrs. Honor the martyrs of Palestine. Because this didn't start with the death and murder of Shireen. This didn't start with the constant bombardment and attacks on Gaza. This didn't even start in 1948. This started with British European settler colonialism that carved up the whole world. But May 15, 1948 is when we commemorate the Nakba, and when we start our program and the rally, we will talk about that more. But ever since May 15, 1948, and even before, Palestinians have been killed senselessly, have been facing genocide. Because the Israeli plan is to colonize all of Palestine from the river to the sea. And this is why we fight for Palestine from the river to the sea, because every inch of that land is Palestinian, and there will never be peace without justice. They will continue to murder journalists like Shireen. They will continue to raid camps like Jenin that she was covering. They will continue to murder Palestinian youth. And until we fight, until every single inch of Palestine is free, we will keep facing this. So I don't want to see this the first or last time that people are out here. If you are truly honoring Shireen's memory, you are not just covering her murder. You are covering the murders and coming out and speaking on the murders that she was covering every single day. We have the vigil set up here. We have signs, we have some flowers and candles. But if you brought anything like flowers, like candles, like anything to honor her memory, please come to this table in front of the tent and place them here. Thank you.
You know where we are.
New York.
We will free Palestine!
Within our lifetime!
We will free Palestine!
Within our lifetime!
Now I'm gonna say from New York to Jenin, and I want you to say justice for Shireen, okay? From New York to Jenin!
Justice for Shireen!
From New York to Jenin!
Justice for Shireen!
We will free Palestine!
We will free Palestine!
No, you're supposed to say within our lifetime.